Oak Bluffs is surrounded by water on 3 sides and home to more than 750 waterfront and water view homes along 15 miles of waterfront. In this short video, we'll take a quick tour of the many recently sold and currently for sale properties, starting with those facing on the lagoon. We'll then move out along the Eastville Beach and East Chop Drive, facing out to the Vineyard Sound, and along the iconic bluffs of Oak Bluffs, facing out across Nantucket Sound to the Cape. Then we'll make our way around the Oak Bluffs harborfront and on to Ocean Park and Hart Haven, and then out to State Park and Sengekontacket. Beautiful and serene, Lagoon Pond extends nearly 3 miles along Barnes Road. Beginning at the head of the pond all the way out to the drawbridge connecting Oak Bluffs and Vineyard Haven, Lagoon Pond is a great place for sailing, kayaking, water skiing, fishing, and clamming. Its shores dot it with hundreds of homes with moorings and docks, and includes properties that have sold recently, like 289 Barnes Road, a waterfront sanctuary with a sweeping lawn and 65-foot dock which sold for $2,175,000, and 285 Barnes Road, with its 122-foot dock which sold for $1,940,000. Starting at the drawbridge to Vineyard Haven and the Eastville Beach, East Chop Waterfront and Waterview properties face out onto an active waterfront of Vineyard Haven Sound that stretches all the way across the Vineyard Sound to Woods Hole and Falmouth. Private sandy beaches, docks, moorings, and guest houses are found at many of the homes. Properties currently for sale or sold recently include 14 Temahegan, listed at $2,950,000, and 15 Dover Street, listed at $2,295,000. Next, beginning at Crystal Lake on East Chop and heading up towards the lighthouse are a series of waterfront and waterview properties that were first built in the early 1900s and had since been rebuilt and expanded. Properties currently for sale or recently sold include 317 East Chop Drive, sold for $1,675,000. Heading up East Chop Drive, one passes the Jaws House, used as the Chief of Police's home in the movie, and the East Chop Lighthouse, which was built in 1878. Along the top of the bluffs, from which Oak Bluffs derives its name, are many stately Grand Victorian cottages with sweeping water views and rebuilt grand estates. Currently listed or recently sold properties include 150 East Chop Drive, known as Big Bluff, for $2,695,000, and 19 Harrison, listed at $2,640,000. Heading down East Chop Drive towards Oak Bluffs, one finds the Beach Club and Yacht Club, the public beach, and Oak Bluffs Harbor. Entering in through the jetties at the mouth of the harbor, ferries from Falmouth and fast ferries from New Bedford and Hyannis dock on the Oak Bluff side of the harbor. Turning into the right side of the harbor, one passes the East Chop Yacht Club and the public landing or boat launch, and finds waterfront properties that have sold recently, like 39 East Chop Drive for $1,800,000. Moving along toward the back of the harbor, with its several hundred moorings and slips, one finds Summer Camp, historically known as the Wesley Hotel, which sold recently for $5,570,000. Coming back up the harbor, one finds restaurants, bars, shops, water sports, and fishing charters. The beautiful Ocean Park at the entrance to Oak Bluffs from the ferry terminals is home to the annual Oak Bluffs Fireworks Show every August, and the bandstand with its weekly summer concerts. It's surrounded by many Grand Victorian cottages with water views, including properties currently for sale or recently sold, such as 33 Ocean Avenue, listed for $1,490,000, and 55 Ocean Avenue, which sold for $2,200,000. Heading down Seaview Avenue toward Hart Haven and State Beach, one finds waterview properties that have sold recently, like 270 Seaview Avenue in Hart Haven, with its waterfront setting and pier, which recently sold for $2,300,000. The Hart Haven Association includes tennis courts, private beach, and private harbor with slips and moorings. Directly across the street is the Farm Neck Golf Club and Island Inn. Looking out over Sengekontacket Pond and Nantucket Sound, waterfront and waterview properties have convenient access to nearly 2 miles of State Beach and Sengekontacket Pond. Properties for sale or recently sold include 6 Antheers Lane, a $3,775,000 waterfront retreat on Farm Neck Golf Club, and 7 Old Harbor Lane, listed at $2,925,000 adjacent to Farm Neck Golf Club and Association Beach access. There are also a number of condominiums for sale in Oak Bluffs that can be found in this area. Lastly, both young and old thrill seekers enjoy the annual practice of jumping off the jumping bridge at the entrance of Sengekontacket Pond. Oak Bluffs is one of the most charming resort communities in New England. The luxury community includes a vibrant downtown center, gorgeous harbor with slips and moorings for hundreds of yachts, the historic campground Tabernacle area, exquisite beaches along State Beach, and lagoons at both ends of town. With between 100 and 150 homes for sale annually, Oak Bluffs can provide a setting for almost any lifestyle. From harborside waterfront properties with 100-foot piers to historic campground cottages and central areas near the high school, YMCA, youth tennis area, and ice arena. Enhancing the community are yacht, tennis, and beach clubs in the East Chop area, great fishing off Hedge Fence and Squash Meadow, and miles of hiking and biking trails.